in the other one.
Okay. Do you want to? Hey guys, Jeremy and Brittany are here at Boulder Ridge. We just got our notice for our room, so we're trying to figure out how we're gonna do this. Do you want to drive the car up and put everything on a bell lock thing?
Well, that's a good idea. No, I don't. Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah,
Because there's more than I can carry.
That excess bag's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay,
So you want me to drive up? I got the keys. I'll drive up to where that is, and I'll park it real quick.
Okay, so what I'll do real fast when you drive up, shoot me a text. I'll see it on my phone.
Okay, I'll ask this guy if there's a drive up over there.
Well, hold on. Let me finish what I'm telling you. When you drive up, text me. I'll come out with the phone, help you unload the car, and then I'll bring the bags in and just wait for you here. You go park the car, and then we'll go to the room.
Okay, so do you want me to drive up to right here in the front?
Yeah. Yeah. If they have the push carts.
Parks?
Alright guys, so we're gonna take a quick look. I don't know if you heard what I just said.
Yeah, I know.
I hear you, RG. We're early as heck today, so I don't know if you heard Brittany and I's conversation just now. What we're gonna do is she's gonna go get the car, bring it up. She's gonna text me, and then we're gonna look around the rest of the resort together. So that's kind of what's happening. This is nice. That's really nice. Holy cow, $50. Whew. Is that a real camera I see? Yeah. So then we are going to be back, RG. If you can't check, we are going to live stream this evening at 5 o'clock from EPCOT. It's 96 degrees today, with a high chance of rain, so we might get a little bit wet. You're not kidding. It has, I think, the best lobby of all of the DVCs. It's my favorite. Hello. Actually, this is a really great mercantile office too, or shop too. Oh, we got some luggage. I don't know how much this is. I saw this on sale somewhere. $199. So I saw some Disney luggage on sale for like $40. Yeah, like a TJ Maxx, I think. Magic bands. Too expensive for my blood. Alright, so just wanted to kind of show you guys the mercantile a little bit. But like RG said, the lobby here is it's the big deal. Let me see if Brittany's texting me. It was funny, I was setting up to do this. I was just getting ready to hit go live, and she walked up and said that we got our room number. I don't know if you guys remember, but we went to the Grand Californian when we went to Disneyland, and it's similar to this. Yeah, I never noticed that the top of, save my finger. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's a deer head. Let me zoom in on it real fast. some pretty good detail. And then they have another one over here, also carved into a deer head. You know, I never noticed that. Let's see. Of course, there's a couple good restaurants here. This is Whispering Canyon. I'm going to show you guys the. I'm just going to step up here real quick and show you guys. Brittany just sent me a text. She is out front with the car. I'm going to help her unload it real fast, so let's go outside. You know how hard it would be to get the rings off the antlers, though. Alright, let's see. There she is. Hello. I'll wait for you in the lobby again. My hands are full. I'm not even going to take the coffee, so just carry the coffee. I'm going to just go right on the inside of the lobby.
Okay. It's a long way to work.
All right, well, walk fast. All right. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, too. All right, so it's going to take Brittany a minute because she has to go repark the car. So let's take this. Of course, probably been just easier for me to go to the room by myself. Let's go over here by the, we're going to tuck our way out of the way. And then we can do an open house with you guys. I think that'd be a good idea. We haven't done an open house over at this place in a long, long time. This is pretty cool. You could just literally sit here and chill all day and watch this. Do not disturb mode. Let me do that real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Right, there we go. So as I was saying before, the Whispering Canyon, and then they have over, they have a restaurant over here, and then they have Geyser Point outside. We've never been to Geyser Point. I think we're actually going to go there this afternoon at some point. You know, it would be, I could take a nap there, RG. And then, of course, in the wintertime, we brought my parents here one time, and we just spent like the entire early evening in front of this massive fireplace. This thing's gorgeous, and of course, I mean it's a heated room, but I mean this is also really just peaceful over here until everyone lets their kids come over and they start talking the whole time. But here's Brittany. She just came in the door. Let's go to our room. Remember how to get there? Do you remember how to get there? Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I do think that this has the best lobby of any resort that we've been to. We should do an open house while we're here, live streaming.
They have one?
Yeah, go first.
The only open house they have is the cabins.
Yeah, but the cabins are pretty awesome.
They have the new paintings, the new drawings.
Oh, okay.
They're not really there anymore. So this room may either be super updated or really in need of refurbishment.
Okay. It's either really old or really new.
Yeah, when we open the door, we'll freak out.
I do like, even though that the rooms aren't necessarily connected to the lodge, everything's covered.
It's closer to
The buses. But the reason I say that is, you know, we own it Polynesian, and the Polynesian, nothing is connected. If it rains, you're outside the whole time. It's loud. I feel like we stayed down here once. I feel like we did.
down here, and it's around Rotunda at the bottom, but we've never been in any rooms.
Is this where we're going? Right through here? Go first, I want to smash you against the wall. Oh, there's the gym right there. You want to get up and pump some iron tomorrow morning? Now we were on the 4th floor, right? That was quick. These are the smallest elevators. All right. I'm actually getting kind of hungry. I'm glad you brought those sandwiches because after we do the open house, I'm gonna eat.
Where are they?
So you brought them.
I gave them to you.
Everything you gave me is on here.
So it's in the back seat of the car?
Apparently.
Well, he said he had to bring this thing back down anyways.
All right, which way are we going?
4531.
Oh, to this way, right? That's kind of cool. I just lost my foot just now. So this is what we have in the middle here. This is actually kind of cool. Oh, we're an end unit. Oh, look at that. We got this as the view. Oh, we got a pool view.
I gotta get in.
Birdie just has to figure out how the door works. She's having a hard time.
Hold on. Unlock the door.
So here.
Yes, I agree.
This is pretty much going to be our view.
Oh, it's new.
Oh, we got a new one? Threshold we got there. Oh shit. As we just banged it up, made it so it's not new anymore. Alright, so we got one pool view over here.
So we booked a standard view. And do you think this is standard? Is it standard?
I don't feel like it is. Alright, so that's what our view is going to be looking like overnight.
Can you see the fireworks from here? That's the lagoon. Way far out.
No, I don't think that's, I think that the fireworks are going to be on that side of the building.
You can see the fireworks from one of the most left-hand side of these cabins. So
Okay.
potentially, right.
Yeah, right? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's nice. This is... I mean, there's no animals, so it's not my favorite room, but it's pretty darn close.
It has a pull down, a Murphy bed.
So it sleeps 4.
You're gonna have to move that if you wanted to lay here, but
Yeah, so, I mean, you wouldn't want to sleep with it at that angle, but you could if you wanted to. It is cute. That is, I like that.
and there's extra places to sit, and then there's also
Oh, so it sleeps 5. I was wrong. Because there's another little kid bed right here.
this is nice.
What kind of shower does it have? Need some lights. Where's the lights at?
Lights. Nope. Maybe
It's kind of a standard shower.
Where are the lights?
I don't know, that's why I was asking you. We found every light in the entire room except for the bathroom lights.
Oh.
Oh, she found it. Hidden very well behind the towels. All right, so let's go ahead and get this stuff off of the... Well, that's if you're gonna take some pictures.
Move that out of the way.
There you go.
This is, look how many people can sleep here. This is nice.
I messed up the camera. It's showing the back of the TV. So if you guys are interested in what's on the back of the TV. So one of the things I like about the refurbished rooms is they have all these USB ports for like your phone. And oh no! Hit the wrong button. Sorry guys.
Jeez.
Well, you gotta move out of the way if I'm gonna move into your way.
This is nice. I like this.
So has anyone ever stayed here at the Wilderness Lodge? This is Boulder Ridge, right?
Yes. So I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this one came first. And then
Yeah, Copper Creek's the newer one, I think. All right, so we're gonna walk back and forth a couple times, guys, because Bernie's taking pictures, so I'm gonna unload the.
Sorry.
Actually, why don't I just do this? Why don't I-
Right there. Right there where the TV is.
You guys are gonna take a nice little view. Maybe you're gonna get a view, maybe not. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry, guys, but I gotta download some stuff. We'll be able to go down and check out the pool here in a second. Guys, tell me how awesome that view is right there. I mean, it's not even just because we have the pool down there, but everything is just, this is awesome. All right, you ready?
Almost. Keep it going. Real quick.
Ow, Jesus, that hurt. All right, so let me push this out of the way. All right, let's go. If you want to hit the pool, you're gonna turn.
I need the keys to the
Uh-huh.
car. So we're gonna come back, right?
Well, yeah, we're staying in this room.
Right after we drop the car, we need the drinks.
No, I think we should take about 5 minutes or so, and well, 10 minutes, however long it takes to do the tour,
Okay.
and then go get the food. Because it's in a cooler with 3 ice bags.
That's true.
That's a heck of a chandelier.
So the old ones that on the refurbished rooms, I think they still have this kind of carpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I actually like this carpet, but I like it as a common area carpet, not as a room carpet. Hardwood is the way to go inside. You know?
yeah.
Well, we don't know if it's going to be that one.
Here's the Geyser Point foods.
I wouldn't mind trying some of the food there. I wouldn't mind trying some of the drinks.
We're gonna go there tomorrow.
Is that what I
And you can have
can't?
drinks tonight.
Well, I can't try any of the drinks because I gotta drive home.
No, you can try drinks today. Food that's local.
It smells weird down here. Alright guys. It is about to be really, really loud. And when we get inside up here,
Why don't you go ask the person for the tour? I'll take this back to the front.
She gave me the most blank stare I've ever seen. I think she has no idea what I just said. If she moved to the front of the bellhop thing, she might be able to hear me better.
Move up to the front so you can hear me. I'll take this up to the valet area. Will you go check to see if we can do the tour? And we'll skim by the pool at some point.
Are you gonna go get the stuff out the front?
No, I'm gonna take this up to the bellhop person. You're gonna go ask the person about doing the tour. We're gonna go do the tour. And we're gonna walk real quick past the pool, then we're gonna get the food.
My wife, ADHD. Either that or she just doesn't pay attention to me. I like to think it's because she has a mental disorder. I think the DVC guy is over there by the oh, right there. All right. You got it? All right.
I gotta pick up bags. I don't have a cart. I'll take care of it. That's perfect right there.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. All right, so I didn't have to go all that far. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're certainly. Are you members? We are. Where should stay for the trip?
Take a picture.
What's traffic? You just got here today?
Bathroom? That side
We
corner.
had a cabin. She said there's something called the Creek Water, which is this boat.
Okay. They don't have any cabins open.
Where is it?
That back corner over there.
Okay.
I can answer all of her questions if you have any. I'm her husband.
Nice to meet you. Your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yes, ma'am.
I have David, gotta take care of the minutes after the state.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we normally have a cabin, but it's being occupied right now. So it may become available later after 5 o'clock.
Okay. And we're going to be here over. We can check it out tomorrow too if we have to. So.
Certainly. But yeah, David,
Those are incredible. Those cabins are just incredibly cool. Um, 2018, I think.
okay.
Yeah. No, it was 2019. 'Cause, yeah, we use our, what's that? No, so our home, we have points at Polynesian. That's where we first bought, and then Alani, and then Animal Kingdom. But
We haven't got a chance to go to Hawaii yet. We were supposed to go, but I actually got sick like with COVID just before we were supposed to go. So, I don't think she has one. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if I have one either. Okay. Yeah, oh. Awesome. Thank you so much. We went to Disneyland for our anniversary this year.
Oh, very nice.
And we wanted to stay at Grand Californian, but it's so hard to get in there.
Yeah, well, that's why they built that.
Yeah. Well, thank you much. I appreciate it.
Hey there, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. They're both lobbying at me, Brenda.
Oh, that's, we call that the bell desk.
Oh, okay, got it.
Just waiting for my wife. She's had to use the restroom real fast. I'm Jeremy. Her name's Brittany.
How can I help you today?
Well, we wanted to see
Two bedrooms?
the 2-bedroom if we could, and oh, here she comes. We're staying the night over in Boulder Ridge, so we're live streaming, so we kind of show off the amenities here a little bit.
Very good.
This is such an incredible
And
resort.
what's your home we going?
So we have points at Polynesian, Aulani, and Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Great. Very good. Excellent. Hello.
This
How
is
are you?
the better half.
A 2-bedroom here today.
Brittany, sorry, I want to finish.
We'll take a look. We'll head over to the 2-bedroom here. Now the version I had just was a lock-off, so it's a studio 1-bedroom combination.
YouTube.
Have you stayed in Copper before? Or this first time?
We have, we stayed in Copper Creek, only the studio, and this time, we just checked into Boulder Ridge. We've never been there before. So it's brand new, I was excited to get a refurb.
There's a little bit of a difference there on the Rocky Mountains, okay? Each one has a little bit of different feel to it.
Perfect.
Are you in a 2-bedroom now, or what type of room over there?
No, we're just in studio, I think we've only gotten studios.
Okay.
We stayed in the 1-bedroom once.
We were
Yeah.
basically at the one time.
This is the Copper Studio, or the 2-bedroom lock-up version, your 2nd bedroom.
Okay. Oh, this is nice.
Oh, yeah.
That takes you on into the 1-bedroom.
She always makes that sound. It's so funny. Oh, I like this. Full refrigerator. Whole kitchen. This is nicer than our kitchen at home. Well, it's about the same. This is remember, this is the bathtub that
Yes.
I couldn't get to turn off. This is a soaker tub right here. Man, after a long day at Magic Kingdom, this is key.
Oh, yes.
Brittany's making the noises, so let's go see what she's got to have to say over here. Oh, rain shower.
It's a little bit dusty just because I don't use it.
Yeah, right. It's a heck of a setup. Washer and dryer.
I love the full kitchen. How would you like to be on the first floor for anything? You think you like it or no?
We stayed in the first floor here.
Where?
My birthday.
Oh yeah, it was in the corner though.
Yeah.
It felt like it was in the middle.
Remember we were able to watch the parade go by, the water parade. And it was February and I went in the pool and froze my butt off.
So much room.
So first floor anywhere but
I
Disney's
love this
bad.
whole kitchen.
Yeah, this is pretty incredible.
Views aren't bad either, right?
Hmm?
I said the views aren't bad either, right?
I know.
Oh, the view we have tonight is awesome.
What's that?
The view
right over there?
yeah, it's
Wonderful.
pool on one side and the lake on the other. It's just gorgeous.
So if you have a lock off, then you would have two separate outdoor spaces, but if you have
Yes.
one dedicated, you have a large one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Is it the difference between a lock-off and a dedicated? Is there a difference in points?
I know. There's not a difference in points. No.
Usually you just have to like request it when you like in the comments.
You'll know because when they're looking at the rolling.
Same kind of. Oh no, they got a better shower than we have in this lock off. We've got the rain shower in here instead of the regular one that we have. But the bathroom's pretty much similar. And the 2-bedroom. This is a lock off.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
this
like
is
getting a
called.
balcony in a cruise ship.
Yes, I mean, this,
Once you've done it, you can't not do it again.
this
Yeah.
alone just makes it
Uh-huh.
because it's hard. We stay up pretty late, and it's pretty hard to find food at a certain point in time at
Where?
Disney.
Oh yeah.
It's you have to rely on like Papa John's.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, I was talking to somebody today who did, because Garden Grocer used to be a nice option, and she was telling me today that they changed ownership over COVID and really jacked up their prices.
Oh
So
no.
obviously, we have our grocery list on, so we can stock it for you. But yeah. So she was actually getting something from Total Wine today,
Oh,
having that delivered. So, I just recommended Publix up the street, but I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll deliver too.
This is nice.
this is nice. I like this. I mean, it's a little large if you're only going to be here one night. It's just us, but
If it's just us, it's a little bit big.
Correct. Yeah,
Right.
but it's usually just my wife and I. We usually do the studio. Every now and again, if we got some extra points, we'll do the 1 bedroom.
yeah. Especially if you're here more than one night, and then you could use that whole kitchen area. Then I think would be better.
Exactly. You want to plan for it.
Yeah.
These are
Oh,
the
this
amenities.
is good. I like it.
Yeah, and then you jack up to the cabin, and the cabin's amazing. You know, if like you really want to splurge.
Yeah, that's that and the bungalows. Exactly. Yeah, I wish I had one to show you today, but they're down today. So
Yeah.
there's a meeting taking place in the one that they've given us.
Oh,
So.
okay. Well, that's a good place to have a meeting.
So it is. It is. And being probably owners, and you've been out and seen a cabin over there.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, bungalow.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Yep.
We've actually live streamed every one of the open houses except for this one.
Okay.
So we haven't live streamed the cabins yet. So that's the one we haven't done.
Ah.
But the
Supposed to be back up tomorrow. I don't know how long you're in town for, but it's supposed to be back.
well, we live in St. Pete, so it's not far
Okay.
away. We get over here all the time.
Okay.
But some of those, like the Riviera 3-bedroom, or is that a 4-bedroom?
Three.
3. That's incredible. My God, that's incredible. And then
Matter of fact, I'll be there tomorrow.
that's, you know what, you have the best office space in town.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I was
come-
at Grand Floridian yesterday.
Another incredible
Here today,
one.
Riviera tomorrow, a couple days on either end out of the home office. So it's a
Yeah.
nice mix.
Yeah, you
Nice
can.
mix.
That's not a bad.
I love this one though. I just, what? Have you guys ever been to Yellowstone?
I have. She is not.
Because we used points and we traded into Big Sky Resort out there, which is a nice ski resort. We went in the fall.
Oh,
Just did a
okay.
little hiking, but we did a trip to Yellowstone and actually stopped for lunch at the Old Faithful Inn, which is next to there.
Yeah.
And I actually heard people in the lobby saying, "This looks like Disney's Wilderness Lab." Made me smile because I'm
That's
going,
cool.
no, we're themed after them. They're 130 years old.
All right.
So,
That's cool.
we're 20.
We actually used the first time we used our points was to stay in Greece. We went to Iri Petra through when it was RCI, and we stayed. My family's from Crete,
Okay.
so we stayed on the island of Crete on the southwest
Tell
side
me
of.
about that. How was it? Everything you...
Oh my God, it was the best vacation I've ever been on. I mean, it was amazing.
And you use your points there and
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah, we stayed there for what, 10 days in
Yeah, we were
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
and
Wow.
yeah, we were walking distance to the Mediterranean, on the side of a mountain, like you could look out and see forever. And the resort was, I mean, it was basic. It was not anything like you would get at Disney, but it was in Greece.
But I don't think that we would have gone if it hadn't have been for that. So
Yeah.
it's good that we had
Yeah.
the extra points to do it.
It's a totally different world over there, but everything is so cheap. Like we probably spent $1,500 in 10 days.
Wow.
And that was, we went out to eat every night.
Mm-hmm.
We
Strong
went
dollar.
we went and did
They're not on the euro?
They are the Euro, but their economy is so bad
Oh, wow.
that, I mean, other than gas, we had this little tiny Roomba-sized car that cost 90 euros to fill up.
Like
a little yard or
a piece of luggage with wheels?
It was, it was
we,
very small.
we had two pieces of luggage in the back, and they were both pressed against the back of the
geez.
front seat. And that was just two pieces of luggage.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was 90 euros, which is a little over, what, $120 to fill that car up.
They price it by the liter, so.
Yeah.
Wow. That's,
So even California, when we went to Disneyland, I didn't complain about the price of gas.
No,
It
I
was
was
$6
gonna
a
say.
gallon out there, and I'm still like, you know what, compared to Greece, this is super cheap. But we went to the Palace of Kenosis, we went to Santorini, because they have ferries, you
I
can take a
was gonna
ferry.
say, how long a ride was that on the ferry?
2 hours probably.
We
Okay.
did,
And the-
we did an overnight ferry to get to Crete from Athens. 'cause
The
it takes
best
forever.
spanakopita you'll ever have is on those ferries.
The best what?
Spanakopita.
Oh, wow.
It's cheese pie. She's
Tirapita.
what's that?
Tirapita.
No, tirapita. I'm sorry. Spanakopita is spinach pie. But she was like, I'd go back to Greece just for the.
Just for the
that.
ferries.
Wow, just a ferry ride.
Yeah. But yeah, it was incredible, and like you can use your points for it, which is incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, you what did you spend for 10 minutes? Do you remember? Because I know a week generally is.
So we
I think it was like 210 points.
begged, borrowed, and yeah.
Could be. Did you have a one bedroom there? Or what they considered a one bedroom?
No, the resort in Greece. No, we were gonna take my parents, but they couldn't go, so we had a 2-bedroom.
Oh, okay. 210 does sound right then for a two bedroom.
Yeah,
I think it was 210.
Okay.
yeah, it was nice, but unfortunately, my parents kind of bailed on us like probably a month before we were supposed to go. 2 months, they couldn't afford to. We offered to get them plane tickets for Christmas, and they still couldn't afford to go. I think it was they were afraid to fly. My mom's terrified of being in an airplane.
And that's not a short trip.
No, 22 hours, I think.
Oh, geez. How many layers did you have?
2?
Yeah, we had one in O'Hara.
Here, Chicago.
Okay, I gotta fly through
uh,
with it.
Munich, Germany, and then we got to Athens, and then had to go from Athens. We got there at like 9 in the morning, and our ferry didn't take off until 10 p.m.
Yeah, so we just had to like wander around like zombies.
Shit, a whole day.
You know, the very first people we met in Greece.
With a, what am I trying to say? A time change.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jet lag was
I'll
terrible.
tell you.
But the very first people we met in Greece were from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Don't get out of here.
Yeah, I swear to God, we were eating at the
Yeah,
base.
that was weird.
We're eating and we heard people speaking English, and I was like, "Where are you guys from?" And they're like, "Oh, we're from Florida." And I was like, "Oh, so are we? Where at?" And they're like, "The Tampa area." And I was like, "Oh, we're from St. Petersburg." And they're like, "They were from Tarpon Springs."
They were doing like a
Like,
cruise or something.
yeah.
And they were like taking
Like,
back off.
so
to go
wild.
back.
Okay.
It was odd.
But yeah, it's such a cool trip, and like a good use of points because like Brittany said,
from what you're telling me, yeah,
we would never have went. Now, the thing is hindsight, it would have been cheaper to actually rent the room with cash
Probably.
because we found out that it was like $50 a night to stay there.
For a two bedroom?
Yeah, that's how cheap it was. Like everything was so cheap.
year was it?
2019. That was back when they were riding
Yes.
and streets and like
Yeah.
there was all
Well,
kinds
that
of.
was going on in 2016 because
It's still
I
going
had
on.
my 50th, and I was going to go to. My first choice was Greece, and then because that was going on then, and I said, well, no, not that safe, so we wound up going to South America instead.
So we didn't see any of it. Like it was very isolated
Okay.
away from us.
So you
Like,
felt safe.
oh yeah, well,
Good.
I actually felt safer there than when I was in LA for Disneyland,
I turned on, they had like alerts.
which isn't saying much, I guess.
We were warning. They were something on them.
I was going to say, when you're at Disneyland, you feel pretty good in Anaheim. If you're going to do LA,
Well, we were in Anaheim. We stayed right across from the LA, or the
Angels.
Angel
Oh yeah,
Stadium.
we drove that stadium when we were out there a couple of years
Yeah.
ago. We went out.
We stayed at a pretty nice place, but I mean, and honestly, like I felt safe in LA. You know, like it wasn't like I felt like I was in danger anywhere. But I mean, the only time we got scared in Greece was when we were driving from. We stayed in this little town in Crete called Irakitra, and we were driving to a town called Lefty. And if you look at a map, it's like 10 miles away, but it's like
But it's
30 miles of driving.
Through the mountains.
Okay, switchback.
You go straight up to the top of a plateau. You go from where you're on the water at 3,000 feet, and then you have to go straight back down it. Well, they're so poor that they don't fix their roads. So we're driving down the mountain, and there's like part of the road is caved in, and the locals just put boulders around the things that you wouldn't.
Don't drive here.
Don't go there.
There weren't any signs.
And that was their main highway. Like it wasn't like a dirt back. And we went
We weren't doing
plenty.
secondary roads. That was.
We did plenty of the secondary roads, but that wasn't one of them.
Wow.
The greatest trip I've ever been on. I would do it again. I would recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, I gotta get over the bridge.
And we found even better resorts than when we went to. I wanted to stay kind of in the southwestern part, but there's very touristy places. Like where my grandfather's from is a little town called Agios Nicholas.
Okay.
Very walkable, very pretty. It's that Greek, like remember the shops? Like there's like 5 blocks of shops where it's only pedestrians, and it's like got the lights. Remember the lights that hang over the walkways, and it's pretty. It's definitely worth going to.
Friendly people?
The people are amazing.
It's pretty popular.
Yeah. We almost ran out of gas, and we were trying to find a gas station. Yeah.
We tried though.
They-
I tried. We tried.
The Greek people are super nice. Very nice people. But yeah, but thank you very much for
Absolutely,
showing
my
us.
pleasure.
It was a pleasure talking to
We'll
you.
have a fantastic rest of your stay when you head back to St. Pete.
Tomorrow. Yeah, we're staying overnight. Yeah.
Enjoy. You had a nice one out there.
Yeah. We're coming back in like 2 weeks to stay somewhere else. But thank you much. Brittany, where are you going? Pool. Pool, real fast. All right, do you want me to do the pool by myself? Well, yeah, I mean, this is why I wanted to leave at 10 o'clock instead of 11 o'clock. I'm not being forever. Slow doing what? Dude, the car was packed. 10 minutes to 10.
You don't want to go this way?
Well, no, I was going to do the outside because this is what you come here for. It's wilderness, not hallway lodge. It is hot. It's 90. I think I saw on the TV. It was 94 degrees.
Yeah, down the rocks, or at least it.
Guys, we're gonna just walk down here real fast, show you guys the pool, and then we're gonna end the stream. And I'm gonna get some lunch, and we're gonna jump in the pool, and we will be back that way. We will be back at 5 p.m. from EPCOT. And we will be doing a members only live stream at 8:45 for the fireworks. And we're gonna be having dinner at La Hacienda San Angel, which has really good queso fetida. If you're interested in transportation, you can take a boat from here to Magic Kingdom, right? Guys, as usual, I'm not going to show too much of the pool because there's, kids running around.
We'll go over there for a second.
Yeah, so I don't want to put kids on, live stream on blast. It's a nice sized pool. They have 2 pools. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to show you the other one. Little kids play area over there in the corner. But yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see the small pool. We're going to go, that's the pool we're going to go to though and hang out. So Brittany will probably do some shorts. She'll have some shorts up of the room in the next couple of days. And of course, I'm going to re-upload this. Guys, I'm going to combine this live stream with our EPCOT live stream and have that uploaded for a replay on Tuesday. Guys, I apologize. I wasn't at the replay this past Tuesday. The real world called me and I wasn't able to be a part of the chat. Matt, I know you were in there, and I will hopefully be there for the next one, at least for part of it. There's the boat right there.
That might be it.
The boat that Brittany's never seen.
Looks like a landing right there.
Yeah, there you go, the dock. And of course, Geyser Point right here. Oh, you're gonna show us both pools? Us is gonna do short of the other pool.
This is the pool that I'm gonna go for.
Yeah, that's why I thought we'd just do short of it. Well, we can do
We're
short
here.
too. So RG said that was a nice room we were in. He said the only thing I would need in that room is the TV and coffee pot.
Which one, the 2-bedroom or coffee?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, RG, you're right. You're not going to be in the room very much because that's not what you come here for. But it's nice to have, you know, if it's like a rainy day or something like that, or if you're like me, there you go.
There's more people in this one too.
There is more people in this one. Yeah, it's a nice pool though. Nice little waterfall for sound effects. All right, let's go get the food. Guys, I know that was a very quick show of the pool.
Ooh.
Thank goodness. All right. Yep. All right. Well, let's guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream now. Like I said, we'll be back in a couple hours. Like what? Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, we probably will be a little bit late going to EPCOT.
The bus transportation is that way.
That's where the room. Well, we gotta go to the front hall, right?
We have to go to the car.
Yeah. So front lobby,
Okay.
which is right over here. All right, guys. So we'll see you again around 5 o'clock. We may be a little bit late. Hopefully not too late, but probably a little bit. So we'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, I believe we are online here at EPCOT. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to refocus the camera. Guys, we are at EPCOT today. It's Flower and Garden. Brittany's actually in the restroom, so we're going to go catch up to her real fast. Well, hello there, RG. Sorry about the long wait for us to get connected. Good Lord. We were at the Wilderness Lodge. We literally saw two of every bus. We literally saw a Disney Springs bus behind a Disney Springs bus picking up people to go to Disney Springs. And we hadn't seen a single EPCOT bus. But here we are. Because we also, to be completely transparent, we did leave the pool about a half hour later than we expected to. The water was absolutely perfect, and then I went over to Geyser Point, got myself a margarita, which was very tasty. And we kind of lost track of time, so that's on me. I'll take full blame for that. Now, like I said, we're just waiting for Brittany. She's in the restroom. We are going to jet over to the Germany Pavilion because Brittany wants to try some snacks over at Caramel Cooch. I think is how you say it. I call it the Caramel Clutch, like the wrestler, Camel Clutch, who just passed away actually. Good afternoon, Simon. How are you doing today? Add winter slowly. Okay, hey, you know what? I'm all for not adding winter at all. I love being in Florida. I will
We'll take summertime, sunshine, and beaches all day long. Disney World, Universal, swimming pools. There she is, my beautiful wife. We were just talking about how, and John's over Islands of Adventure, the pit of Wi-Fi nothingness.
Oh, that's
John, I saw, yes, the Iron Sheik. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik. I kept calling it the caramel clutch, like the Iron Sheik. Say the camel clutch. Remember that? You were a wrestling fan. You had those little wrestling things. Your dad
was a wrestling fan. I didn't.
But you had the things.
No, I had
What were those things called? Pillow buddies?
buddies,
Those they were called?
little fighters.
I bet you had the Iron Sheik at some point.
I had Macho Man Randy Savage,
And I know you had the Ultimate Warrior also.
Ultimate Warrior.
And I bet you had.
I had two.
You only had two? Oh, well. So your dad let me down. I'm gonna have to tell your dad to get you the Iron Sheik this year for Christmas.
Who was the one the guy that said, "Oh yeah"?
Oh yeah!
Who's that?
That was Randy Macho Man Savage. Simon, we're having a very good evening so far. Like I said, we just we're staying at the Wilderness Lodge, so we spent a little bit too much time at the pool.
We had a pool day.
Yeah, which was needed because it was 96 degrees, I think, a high here.
Even underneath the umbrella, you could feel the heat radiating. I don't think we would make it.
Right. I was kind of getting warm in the pool. Like when the sun would come out from behind a cloud, you could feel the sun like burning your skin.
It was bad.
I'm exaggerating just a little bit. No, I'm not exaggerating at all. John, how is Islands of Adventure today? Is it pretty busy or is it pretty quiet?
Is Minions open? That's all I need to know.
You said 9 days. It's been 7. So, is the cupcake place open at Minions?
If it is,
We could go to Volcano Bay tomorrow. We can do whatever we want tomorrow.
Minions Land.
Yeah. Or you said nothing wrong with waiting too long in the pool.
It was hot.
Simon Rogers said the UK and wrestling is his two topics. He'd done them in his first 2 streams. It's really hard to be honest. No air conditioning. Oh my God. I couldn't survive without air conditioning. Here, switch me sides. 'Cause you know, I would just melt. I'd probably be like half the weight that I am right now. Especially Leslie. Oh my God! Thank God you're on the stream.
Leslie.
Leslie, when you get a chance, can you email us your address? We've had this little gift for you for like what, a month now, and we keep missing you every time. The last time you chatted in this stream, we were in a show, so I couldn't say anything. But we have something for you. So it's just I come here for the food at gmail.com. And then we'll send it out. Well, it won't be tomorrow because we probably won't get home until it'll probably be Saturday. It's exactly what you just said. I come here for the food at gmail.com. We're not very original. Just saying.
What time is it?
It is 5:47.
I was going to ask if you wanted to go up to Members Lounge, but it's closed now.
Bummer.
I think it closes at 5, 4 or 5.
Awesome. She said she's emailing us now. I was afraid I was going to have to start peeling it out of Brittany's arms.
It was going to be mine.
She almost won the 2,000 subscriber contest. We looked and looked and looked for Tinkerbell. We went online. We tried everything to find a Tinkerbell.
I thought I had it because in one of the shops they had like all of the, they were plushies and they were all of the little princesses. And I was like, she's gotta be. Couldn't find it. And then we asked one of the guys at the
Not World Disney, but right next to it.
something. Oh god, I wish I knew the store name. And it was in Disney Springs.
Yeah, we literally tried so hard to find it.
That's why we have backups.
I'm glad you gave us more than one option, because we'd still be looking. Brittany would have been at home sewing a Tinkerbell.
Not very crafty. It would have been ugly. Where are we going?
You said camel clutch. Well, I'm iron sheeking it today.
I was gonna say caramel. Is that what it is?
Or are you going to say it by saying pooch? This way? We'll get out of the crowd a little bit.
It's on the other side of this lake, so
Yeah,
it doesn't matter where we go.
we're kind of the furthest spot from it at the moment, no matter which way we go. Well, we are very glad to be able to give it to somebody that we actually like. So, congratulations.
That's you. It still is very muggy.
It's very, very, very muddy, very hot. There's,
I heard it was because of the drought. There's a lot of things that are low, like the waters. The boat that goes from like Disney Springs to Saratoga. I don't think that's running right now because it's so low.
huh. I feel like it's been raining a lot over here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. I look at Instagram and there's a certain creator that's always posting like deluges of rain. And then I'm like, wait a second. This is the same video that was posted like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
It's the exact same people.
That's the one where in Hollywood Studios. Oh, it's a deck. And someone is running, and as soon as they jump, it's a big bolt of lightning. Is that
No. This is a I think it's a Hollywood Studios video, but it's always this one person who ducks their head underneath the poncho and crosses the street from one side to the other over by Hollywood Tower of Terror. Oh, Simon, I agree with you so much. The construction here is just, yeah. I will say I'm very glad that they got rid of the barges, right? Oh wait, what's that? That looks like a barge.
Well, it makes me wonder what the fireworks look like.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they look mostly gone. There is like a. Have we not been here in that long? I feel like I was coming here like once a week for a long time. Yeah, I was coming here all the time. And then all of a sudden, the last time we came here, we met LP's daughter. Holy cow. Alright, so what was the treat you wanted to try over at Germany?
Well, you wanted the new, was it strawberry?
I think.
The butter bar.
Yes.
And then there's another one that is like cookie dough something that I think I want to try. There's a third one. It doesn't look any fancier than anything else there. I'm not really too keen on that one, but first two, I think we should get those.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely down with the strawberry one. Okay, so there's a weird echoing, weird record skipping sound in the audio. I mean, there's a weird audio track playing right now.
It sounds like China.
It sounds like China everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Is that what you sound? Is it like a China sound, or is it?
It is weird.
Because honestly, that kind of sounds like I want to try to like drop some beats here.
I don't know what instrument it is, but it kind of sounds like Chinese.
Can you turn on the stream and see if you can hear what she's talking about? Unfortunately, there is no refresh thing in our app. Does it sound bad? Brittany's gonna try to listen to it and see what she finds. So like even my voice is skipping. And Brittany just threw her phone on the ground. That's really weird. I don't know what that is. Let's get out of the sun for just a second. What? Oh. Unfortunately, I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I can hear it on her phone though. Is it still doing it? Joey. I don't know what to do about it.
Can you mute it for a second?
No. Guys, I muted the audio for a second and then turned it back on. Alright, so we're going to see what happens when she comes back on and see if it's still doing it. It's still muted? It's still doing it. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to see. I might have to just completely restart the stream. I might have to end this and start a new one. Guys, I don't know. I have any idea. You can get that away from here. I don't have any idea why it's doing that. Guys, let me end this stream and then come back and start a new one. 'Cause that's, I think, the only thing I can do. I don't have any pictures using the thumbnail or anything like that, though. So that's all right. I'll just stand in front of this and yeah, guys, I'll be right back in just a minute. Hopefully, we'll do it when I restart the stream.
Can I take this for now?
Pull down, no, pull down. There it is.
It's only coming?
Now listen to it. Is it still skipping?
No.
No? Alright. Alright guys, so sorry about that. We had to restart the stream. Completely brand new. Hopefully you guys can find us or found us or are looking for us. Alright, RG, found us. Thank you. That was weird. I don't know what was happening. I've never... This is where we're going to eat tonight. And then we're going to do members only fireworks. Guys, this queso fundido is the real deal. It is really, really good. I'm really looking forward to dinner. They have the chili Rolano. I'm going to take pictures of it and send it to my mom and brag. And I'm going to be like, sorry you have kidney stone, but I'm eating a chili Rolano. Oh, thank you, Simon, for letting us know. I'm just...
They moved them. What is this?
Like, so they got rid of one and they have, like, what, a dozen now?
Maybe instead of barges, they have these ones. And that's what EPCOT, the new EPCOT
thought they went back to the old Epcot like forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I don't know what that is.
I have no clue what that is.
I mean, technically it's better because you can see the skyline, but it's not really.
Is there a restroom right there?
I think so.
Can you hold this while you go to the restroom, guys? I'll be right back.
Do you want my phone? Yes. Thank you. I'm just walking around and I don't have It feels much better in the evening or afternoon. The sun was beating down earlier today, but there's a breeze now. See if there's a line at Kringla. There's a Viking coffee there. It's very good. Has alcohol in it.
Wait, that's where we met all the time?
I tried the best cake. I kind of want to try the apple cake. But we're not here for this. We're here for Germany.
Never mind. Let's just go.
Yeah, Epcot forever. Epcot temporary. So is Epcot forever gonna be temporary again? Are they gonna make something more permanent?
Get the lemonade.
I don't think I can really tell between each one of the Epcot firework performers just because I think they may be my favorite. You can see them from every part of this lagoon.
I know where we're going.
So like if you're walking around and you want to leave, bypass all the crowds, you can still see the fireworks. Yay, let's go. Good. I see Jeremy. See if he sees me. He's not using my phone. I told him. There he is. That was easy. Give my phone back.
Alright, what did I miss here? I should ask the German area to make it so long. I think they call them sausages in Germany. Because everything is a sausage. I was actually really surprised how good Beer Garden was.
Is that German?
Yeah.
I had that at the brunch place we went to.
Which one? Salt corn? Kefki?
No, at Disney Springs.
Oh,
It was the chef. Wolfgang Puck.
Wolfgang Puck, yeah.
It was very good.
Now, if they can make a good queso fundido,
You're gonna be so sad
about what?
if it's not very good.
I know, right?
It has to be like the best queso fundido ever.
Well, I mean, or what?
Honey hibiscus hard iced tea with organic tea light rum and blueberry popping boba.
Tipsy Ducks in Love.
I want one.
All right. Brittany is getting something.
It has boba and almond.
Which one is it?
I want the honey hibiscus hard iced tea. You want one? Yours has chocolate and black tea in it and coffee.
And bourbon.
And yeah. I don't know if you like that.
I mean, Kung Fu Punch sounds pretty good. I just it's called Kung Fu Punch.
It's got triple sec. You like triple sec?
I don't know what triple sec is.
It's orange flavored liqueur.
I think I probably would like something.
I'm gonna get a honey hibiscus hard iced tea, and you're gonna get
Okay.
I'm excited about my boba. I've never had an alcohol drink with boba in it.
No?
So if you get, remember we were talking about the dining plan? See the little purple and white little,
Yes.
that is, I guess, either snack or drink.
Man, they make water be a... That's pretty bad.
There's also like, there's like a thing of beans. There's one.
Do they just dump them in your hands?
Yeah.
That's weird, Brittany.
I think the cantaloupe is good. I like it.
I'm not a fan of cantaloupe, to be honest. I'm trying to think if there's something I'd like somewhere else.
Ooh, do you want boba in yours? Because you can add boba to anything.
I don't think I want something here.
I'm gonna get this.
I think I want something somewhere else. I don't know, but I know that there's like, over in Italy, there was that milkshake thing with stuff in it. I know that was pretty clear. I can't be any more crystal clear than as crystal clear as I'm being right now.
Can I get a bubble milk tea?
So yeah, Brittany and I were talking about the dining plan, and for the two of us, it doesn't make any sense. But like this weekend would have sucked to use it because we're staying here for 2 days.
I think for a large family that are here for like 10 or so days,
That'd be expensive.
it may
10
be
days.
good. But it would be expensive anyways, no matter what.
That's true. Like we were trying to figure out, it's like $90 a day, right?
Do you mind a 50 back?
90 something, 92.
And you have to get it both days you're here.
Yep. Every time you have a resort day. You could get the snack one or the full meal one.
Yeah.
So I guess you could differentiate between that, but it's still kind of expensive, especially for us. Hi. Can I get that honey hibiscus hard iced tea?
You brought your money, right? Okay, good. Have it. Receipt? No, that's fine. Is that it right there? That was quick.
Is that me?
Man, you're on the ball.
Make sure you get the bigger straw for the boba inside.
The colorful one. Thank you. I didn't think it was going to be that color.
It's honey.
Brittany's distracted by the ducks. Part of the reason why we stayed so long at the pool is because we got visited by a couple of ducks at our pool table.
This is honey hibiscus hard iced tea. I thought it would be pink or orange. Picture. What do you think it's gonna taste like?
Okay, so it looks like it's gonna taste like cranberry something.
Yeah. I don't understand why. Oh, hibiscus maybe? Maybe.
Now that's what your tortoise likes to eat, right?
He does. He likes to eat hibiscus.
That's how I remember things. Geese, they're both kind of buttholes, but I mean, if you meet them at the parks, they're okay. Yeah, I mean they're in there. They look like frog eggs.
All right, so we're gonna try the bobas first because I'm excited.
There's a bunch of them. I see them going up the straw.
I like this.
So I mean, it's just a really small funnel. So you like it? What's it taste like? I mean, here guys, this is what I deal with all the time. Influencer in the wild. Is it good? Man, the wind has picked up in the last couple of minutes, hasn't it?
Try some bubbles. It isn't tapioca. It's like
That's not bad. It tastes like really weak tea.
I thought it because it said boba. I thought it was gonna be like thicker.
It's organic tea and blueberry boba.
That's
I
what
definitely
it is.
taste the blueberry.
You see it?
Yeah.
I'm asking them.
Brittany's very excited.
And there's a whole lot of boba in this.
And did you see the poll I put on the page?
No.
I did this poll 100% because of you. I said something about us being at Disney today, and I had two options. I'm excited, or you excited? And you're excited, I'm excited. Those are the two answers to the poll.
Which one's got the most answer?
So far, it's 50-50. Like, we have a very balanced group of people.
There are really a lot of bobas in here.
Yeah, there are.
It's like half the couples.
It really is. So at what did I have at Wilderness Lodge? It was a Golden Haze margarita from Geyser Point. Actually really good flavor. A little bit too much salt on the rim, but other than that, you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to lick the rim. Needs more ice. Well, Brittany, part of that is because it's 5,000 degrees out today. This feels like middle dead of summer.
You're welcome. I got my hat in the little Thunderdome area.
Thunderdome?
Yeah. Underneath that cover. There's a wind tunnel.
I'm gonna start calling you Mad Max for the rest of the day. To the fragrances?
No, this is the
Oh, why do I? Oh, there's Italy. Why did I think this was Italy? It is where we want to get the two snacks. I mean, that's how I'd say it.
American accent.
But in honor of Iron Sheik, it is the caramel clutch for the next couple of days. I like this AC. It
It's
is
very caramelly in here.
very wonderful.
Hooey.
Right now, any cold air is better than absolutely anything.
So you're just putting on me now.
Oh, you sure? Thank you. Okay.
Excuse me, sorry.
Cookie dough and caramel, that's the second one.
Cookie dough and caramel. That actually sounds really good.
Is it that?
I really like chocolate caramel one
There's a third one. Oh, so this.
Oh, it's snickerdoodle. Yeah.
Do you want to get all three?
Sure, let's get all the
It's going to be real sweet. We did too.
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good. We are going to get all three of the new ones. So that's the snickerdoodle sandwich, the strawberry caramel butter bar, and the... What was the other one?
Cookie dough and caramel. She knew. She loves chocolate things. Yep. I am nothing if I'm not niche.
Any passes more, so
That one's better? Okay.
Ah, die haben wir noch bei 30.
Oh, get in here.
Genau, Strawberries, Snickerdoodle,
yeah, I have to see it. I can't scan the brand yet. Was ist das?
Snickerdoodle.
I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
Get out of the way. Because I absolutely love caramel corn, but I'm actually not a big fan of theirs. There's too much chocolate. But it is good, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, not bad. $12.64 for all three of those.
Thank you guys. Give me.
Do you need a bag?
Yes.
Brittany just bum rushed me out of the way. right, there she goes. Do you want to go outside and try those right now, or do you want to?
Yeah, I want to try at least one.
All right, well, let's go.
On the side of the street, or do you want to try it over here? Here, let's go this way.
Yeah, let's go on this side over here. Let's stay in the AC as long as we can, even though this is not actually all that AC'd. I feel like I'm hanging out with Simon in UK right now. It's so warm. I don't know what Brittany's taking.
It feels illegal to go in there with her.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. There is the beer garden. This place is really good. It's a sit-down buffet. But I mean, you get up and get your own food. But, well, I don't know if they switched it back yet. We haven't been to beer garden since probably 2019, right? It was before the pandemic, I think, is the last time we went.
I think it was.
Now I gotta take this hat off for a minute, give my brain some air.
So we're gonna don't touch these when they come out.
All right.
I would say that one's the strawberry thing.
We could go to Devil.
Probably flat
This one is the.
cookie dough thing.
This one is the.
Snickerdoodle thing.
Yep. All right.
All right,
I
guys.
think you'll like that one the best.
I think I will too. Well, I don't think I like it the best. I think it's gonna be my second favorite.
This one I think will be mine.
That looks good. It's cookie dough and caramel.
Yep.
Today's my cheat day, so you guys aren't allowed to make fun of me.
Well, goodness. This looks very good. I don't know what that is. That a fig? Really quickly, I'm sorry guys, it's gonna take just a second.
This is how I live my life now.
Stop it.
There's a stretch can right to your left.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Brittany, I have it. Thank you, though.
No, I will get it. This is like...
Appreciate the offer, since it's a far reach for my left arm.
Stop. Oh, that's cool.
RG knows. He says now for the 15 minutes of picture taking.
RG, are you part of Instagram though? That's the important part.
If you're not following Brittany on Instagram,
Okay, which one do you want first?
well, I want the good one first.
This one? Oh. What does it taste like compared to the other one? Because it's supposed to be a butter bar, right?
Literally tastes like a butter bar with strawberry.
There's a lot more shortbread in it.
It's nice, creamy. As the original butter bar.
Do you remember the very first time that we tried the butter bar? We said, oh, it needs more substance. Because it broke apart very easily. That has the substance and needs more butter. What do you say?
I think you're right.
This one's mine. I'm so
All right.
excited.
KJ, this is the strawberry butter bar.
I think you have
This-
the receipt, right? So
I threw it away.
No, go ahead.
Thank you. You're welcome. This is the snickerdoodle something pie.
It's a cookie.
I know, but what's it called?
Snick.
I know it's not called, it's a cookie.
I'm sorry, he threw away the receipt. But look at this.
That is a cookie dough and caramel, obviously.
Try this.
All right. What?
What do you think? Those are two really weird flavors together. Like the consistencies.
First thought,
What?
incredibly sweet.
But that is the smoothest caramel I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, it really is.
That was ridiculous. Now this, going back to the original question,
Yes.
is
We can go back once we're done when we stand up, and I'll tell you what it is. It's a snickerdoodle cookie, basically. Snickerdoodle and caramel cookie.
yeah,
Very similar to the one that you really liked before,
yeah,
which was the gingerbread.
gingerbread, yeah.
But this was just snickerdoodle instead of gingerbread, so take that.
And it's very cold.
Oh, that's better. This is better than a gingerbread.
I disagree. It's very good, but it's not as good as the gingerbread.
I like snickerdoodle a lot better than gingerbread, that's why I like it. So I guess it depends on what your flavor is.
I feel like there's a better contrast in the gingerbread between the cream, the caramel, and the gingerbread than there is a snickerdoodle.
The gingerbread had a weird spiciness, like I just don't really love that weird spiciness.
KJ said, I'm happier with banana.
Banana's very good. Ooh, that would be nice. Caramel and banana. Those are two good flavors together.
I think they're referring to the fruit.
And also, banana and caramel. I think it would be good.
So this is like probably the 3 sweetest things you can get anywhere in the entire world.
So yeah.
My goodness.
Agreed. They're all very good though. I would get them individually again.
Just pack your dad up and take it home.
This one?
Yeah. I can't do any more of that. I feel like that old age commercial. You got diabetes.
Who is that? Oh, look. You missed it. Oh, you missed it.
I did miss it.
He was like hot.
I got diabetes.
I like it.
What was that guy's name? Those commercials. You know the commercial I'm talking about?
He has a white mustache.
KJ, I say all the time that Brittany helped build half of the condos in downtown Tampa because they're all dentist office. And of course, I'm kidding, but on our honeymoon, we went scuba diving, and the pressure from the scuba mask broke one of Brittany's teeth clean in half.
So since then, I have had.
Oh my goodness.
All crowns in front.
You know, RG, I agree with you completely, but the really bad part about it, what was the lady's name that's in charge of... No, it's on the video. Who's the lady that's in charge of Disney's food? Because she's the one that said that they were making meals smaller because people that go to Disney are fat. Do you remember that?
They needed smaller pieces.
Smaller waistlines. I forget what that lady's name was. But I'm like, you are a butthole. Because you put 8 pounds of sugar in everything. Sorry, it goes up every couple of seconds. 3 pounds, 8 pounds. It'll be 24 pretty soon. Yeah, KJ. When we were on our honeymoon, we were drinking mimosas in Jamaica. In the morning. Brittany looks at me and smiles because she was truly happy. And half of her front tooth, she looked like Michael Strahan. Half that front tooth was gone.
It was just hanging on. And you go. You didn't say anything. You go to the bathroom right now. Say hi. Just go to the bathroom. So go to the bathroom. And that's what it's like. Like half my front tooth was hanging. Maybe we get to that's a different place.
Luckily,
Hopefully it didn't hurt.
I corrected it because I think nobody told me this, but I think the reason is because
It was definitely the pressure from the regulator. What is this? I think it was the pressure from the regulator.
nobody told me specifically, so I can't say
We were what, 50 feet underwater?
we were.
40 or 50 feet. It's a lot of pressure on your mouth. Well, JK says, no, KJ, why did I say JK? KJ says they love a good story. We have some good stories. Brittany won't let me tell 95% of them.
Shush. Well, moral to that story is if you've got a whole lot of work to your front teeth, don't go scuba diving. Or ask somebody first.
Get a full face mask, scuba mask.
Yeah, it might be better. I don't think I'm too worried to go scuba diving again. So if we ever do it again, you'll have to go by yourself.
I will have to go by myself, which means I'll probably die down there.
No,
Yep, I can't do it by myself.
you'll have 12.
Brittany, you tell me how to do everything right. How am I going to possibly scuba dive and survive without you?
You did sing.
There is so much sarcasm in that statement. She didn't even pick up on it.
Shut up. You did sing. There was something
No,
you were doing.
no, I didn't sink. I shot back to the surface. I was supposed to sink and I did not sink.
You were doing something wrong. I did very well. Didn't there used to be like a small shop over here? Is that still a shop or is this the
I bet it was for a festival. But yeah, I think you're right. No, it's still there.
It says Art of Disney. Can we go there?
Yeah, let's go.
Anyone that participates.
Hey, I'm a big fan of cheese and bacon, so I'm on Simon's side on this one. Put a slab of bacon on my steak. Put on some cheese.
Oh, it's our word.
What'd you say? Yeah, we've been in here before. It's been a long time since we've been in here because they don't have really good AC. No, that's cool. The Choco.
Oh, you see how much it is?
No, what is it? 3,500? Holy cow. RG, you're speaking my language.
What's his name? Argus? No. Argus.
Argus. Sounds right.
Something like that.
My favorite characters from this movie aren't in the picture. Her three brothers are my favorite characters in this movie.
There's mom.
Yeah, I see the mom, but not the brothers.
The Wisps.
Oh, there's Tinkerbell for Leslie.
Oh, really pretty. What's that? She looks like she's petting it like a cat.
This is cool. I like this. Yeah, that's cool. It's got all the little showcase.
Very symmetrical.
Yeah. This one's pretty symmetrical. See, they got like the monorail there and up there, so it's.
You got the seeds at the top. Oh, this is realistic.
Very
Oh, all
realistic.
of these are realistic. Are they photos?
No, maybe. I doubt it. Because I mean, maybe.
They look real.
I feel like these are supposed to be
$3.99.
paintings, but maybe they're real pictures. Is incredibly talented. Oh, that's kind of cool topiary right there.
Let me see this one. She's in the wrong spot. No, she's not. It's America.
Huh? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I was saying she's in the wrong spot, but she's not. She's in America.
I live by typos, KJ, so you're fine.
There's some kind of tree that snow kind of at. They're very pretty blooms.
I don't know. I never actually thought about it before. Let's switch sides.
And it used to be like a random like in the ether thing, like, oh, it's so pretty, but it smells. Like back a long time ago when I was there. I think it's a magnolia tree.
Could be.
At
You know-
some point when I come, I want to have the shaved ice with the milk on top. I've never had that.
You say that every single time we come here.
Every time I get a shaved ice that doesn't have milk on it, I'm like, it doesn't have milk on it. This is all I can do. There's so many bubbles in this thing.
So you're like eating your drink now instead of drinking it? Was there anywhere that you wanted to go next? Yeah. There's like 85 tons of steel and metal, stone and wood that's right above your head. I never get through that without failing. Maybe we'll go through sometime and just do a video of it. I hate to be 34 minutes in and be like, YOLO, let's try it, and then everything fail. Kind of like what happened at Islands Adventure last week. Islands of Adventure just like destroyed my phone last week. Oh. So Brittany has literally talked about this for how many weeks?
Every time we come.
This frushi?
Every time.
It's strawberry pineapple and like she wrapped in sweet rice and pink soy.
Like it's not new. Like it's here every year.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
And
But I've never had it.
She's never had it. You want to get it right now?
Kind of.
There's no lines if you're gonna do it. Brittany has the willpower of like a 3-year-old child with a marshmallow on the table.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
You just fall.
Oh my god! I just fell. Am I gonna hold everything now?
No,
you
I
take your
just have
money
to
out.
put this on backwards.
No, you're absolutely right, KJ. I'm with her. Thank you. Which one? Oh, did you already get it? Oh, wow, look at that. All right,
Hold
so
on to something. Hold on, come here.
back to 15 minutes of photos. You want to go over here? I don't understand Disney people and trash cans and food.
Disneyland people are so different though. If you put your stuff on a trash can in Disneyland, they look at you like you're crazy.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because you are crazy. Like who puts their food on a trash can
Because there's no
anywhere
spots.
in the world other than Disney World?
Look how nice this is. All right, you wanna try it?
Sure. KJ, it's a beautiful day, but it is quite warm.
It's muggy. It
Yeah,
hasn't rained today, I don't think.
it hasn't. It was supposed to, like, it was a 30-some% chance of rain.
Oh, we're gonna use the chopsticks because that's what they say. They
That's
give
what
them
all
to
the-
you for a reason.
That's what all the people say.
Well, they wouldn't give them to you if you didn't have to use them, right? I'm horrible at using chopsticks. I'm gonna give the first one to you.
Oh, geez, I'm the test subject for your horrible chopsticking?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Ready?
Yeah.
That was a really good chopstick. I'm just like.
charging this one's good.
Tell me that's not good. Does it taste like a Fruit Roll-Up?
No.
What does it taste like?
Okay, so the lychee is very, very faint, but it's the strongest of all the fruits. There's no taste of the rice at all.
Can you touch my screen for the actual piece of sushi? Pretty please. Thank you.
But it is good.
It is? Okay, good.
Yeah, so my criticism is just that it's very subtle. Do you taste what I'm tasting?
Mm-hmm.
Do you taste the lychee and how subtle it is?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the strongest of all the flavors?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get out of the sun?
Yeah.
Let's go over here. Holy cow, I don't know why we stopped right in the middle of the sun. This is pretty cool.
It's new.
Now when this thing fills, it's gonna the weight. Oh, there it goes. And they've all got like wind chimes and stuff at the end of them. And drums. Is this supposed to make me zen?
Yeah.
So I've never seen this before.
I'm new. It's gotta be new.
What are you doing?
Looking.
Alright, I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
Hey.
You want the last one?
No, you were excited about it. You can have it.
Oh, I had two.
I need to go inside something for a little while. Hurry up.
Where would you like to go? We're going to Morocco. So you might have a couple. Area in the United Kingdom. You can go there. Paris.
We can just walk, and the first thing we see that we want to go inside of, we can go inside of. Woo!
I like this. I'm impressed.
That wasn't that bad.
It's not way too sweet.
Yeah, that did not have all the sugar of the Disney World people.
If you want a little bit of sweet, but you need a little bit of food,
Yeah,
that's really good.
agreed.
It's pineapple and strawberry and lychee.
KJ, I completely agree with you. It is a little bit annoying. Alright, stop right in the middle of the walkway. The temperature is, we can walk from Morocco if you want. fine. It is just really, really hot. All right, now, no. Look how much sweat I have on my stomach. It's gross.
You will go in there and see.
I don't know if I've ever been inside there before.
I think the doors used to be open.
Well, now they're broken. Hey,
Oh, yes.
what is this? Rally the Gazelles.
Wait. Can you just play it? Hold on.
No.
Oh,
I don't actually think it does that.
it just looks like you're doing something.
I love the tile on this place. What'd you stop for?
I don't know. I saw the flag.
Oh, you stopped on purpose? Well, can watch Brittany race the racer through the desert. I don't know if you can see Brittany's face. She is goofy.
They won't even let you push the pedals in, though, like you're acting.
Oh, what?
I thought you said something. You said, oh, wait.
I don't know what I was going to say. The attention to detail of this thing is incredible. I've never been in here before. We've been coming to Disney World for 11 years, and I've never been inside this building. Not gonna lie, I always thought it was like a cast members only area. Rally, I don't have any idea how to say that. EPCOT the Gazelle?
They give you a bit of instruction if you're in the race. There's like a packet of things that they give you at the beginning of the race. One of them is venom extractor.
Because there's so many things that will kill you. So of course.
6-day, look, 250-kilometer ultra run.
How many miles?
250 kilometers.
You can keep that.
See? 6 days.
Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous if you ask me. Ready? Yeah, go that way. Okay. You want to take your bag back? This is like the most uncomfortable chair ever.
It's a camel saddle. So you don't fall off the damn camel.
Don't fall asleep, or that thing's gonna stab you in the face. It's too beautiful to be stabbed in the face.
That's a door.
Yeah, looks like it. Let's find out. Denied. Well, look. Yeah, the hinges are going the other way. I love this area over here. Bazaar.
Alex.
Strawberry white sangria. Strawberry hard cider.
Here, sangria.
Now this is the restaurant we went to that's closed now,
They're
right?
doing,
What was this place called?
Restaurant Bear Cash.
And it's still closed, right?
Yeah, I think they might still be doing the whole like Blue Cross Blue Shield. You can go in there and it's a lounge. It closes around 4.
No, we went to this restaurant.
We
Didn't really care for it.
It was kind of expensive.
It wasn't bad. It just
It was
wasn't.
okay food. I just don't prefer that food.
Yeah.
It was. She had a belly dancer.
Uh-huh.
That was fun.
Huh? Is this the thing you can go inside of? Nope, it's locked. I do really wish that they had a Greek pavilion here.
It's the most Greek you're gonna get.
Yeah.
We still haven't gone to
Spice Road.
Table. It has a lot of tapas though, so it is kind of.
I feel like we've had reservations there a bunch of times, but just never went.
KJ, I am Greek, so belly dancing is a thing that is very big in Greek culture. I don't really see the big draw to it.
It's talent. Tell me who can do it. It's hard to do.
I'm sure it's hard to do. So there is food here that we would like. I know you like dolmas. I know you like terapia, kefta. You make better kefta than anyone else I know.
I think they would all be very good. Here's the problem: is this
Small.
for $10.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of. You have to get a whole lot.
Well, what you do is get the sampler.
But again, it's probably not this big.
Right.
This would be like a really good afternoon snack.
Yeah.
And then later you get
Or a really good place to sit during the fireworks.
this one for Santa
La Hacienda.
There's another one that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Actually, I think we almost
You need to switch that.
were able to stay and mostly up the Grand while they were doing the fireworks. We left right before.
So KJ said that my best friend's wedding was married. My best friend's sister was married to a Greek. Their children are dual nationality. Has little smashing plates and dancers, etc. Yeah. So the Greek restaurants over in St. Pete, like we live in Tampa, they throw napkins.
Napkins and then do the plates.
And he just smashes it into a trash can.
Very loud garbage can.
In Greece, they actually throw their plates at the fireplace. And they say, "Opa!" And then they make you drink rust remover, Rocky.
What do they also say?
Yes, us.
It's hello and cheers.
So you said we almost had a chef's de France?
No, last time we ate there, it was close enough to the time that they were gonna have fireworks. We almost made it for fireworks. We like really, I didn't see it. Have I seen this one?
Yeah. I feel like this was the last time we were here.
I like tea moves.
Who does? Cogsworth. In the USA, I was born and raised here. My family's like my grandfather, grandmother, both sides. Well, no, my mom's side didn't come from Greece, but yeah. So they came over a long time ago. I always just say I'm Greek because
Your grandfather came from Greece. He was Greek.
so yeah, my grandmother did too. I think it's funny that Americans always talk about like their nationality. They say like I'm Greek or I'm Italian. Like, dude, you're from New York City. You've never been to Italy in your entire life. You're American. I'm an American, but for some reason we're very proud of our European nationality here.
But there are families.
Why are you on the wrong side of me again?
I don't know. There are families that their grandparents are still alive, and their grandparents are from there, and they have strong values.
Yeah.
So they probably can still speak that language because it's spoken in their family. Others like me
you're a mutt. You did the 23andMe, right? And where was your major ancestry from?
English, Irish, Scottish, 1%.
French?
No.
Welsh?
No.
Mexican? Adirondack?
No.
St. Bernard?
No. So it's gonna be
Portuguese?
Portuguese. Thank you. 1% Portuguese.
All right, 50 minutes for Ratatouille. Did you want to try to do any rides while we live stream?
Doesn't matter to me. If you want to go, it looks like the short ride.
That's always the shortest one. Is 50 minutes for Ratatouille too long? I didn't bring my 3D glass makeshift.
You know what I would rather ride?
What would you rather ride? I would rather ride Frozen 2, but I know I can't live stream in there. No, I don't know if it's the mechanics or what. We could try. Did you see what the line was at Frozen? It sucks because we were standing like literally right outside of it for a very long time. $3 $75 for Frozen. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
It's kind of far away.
Well, it is. Let's walk through England to get there, to Mexico. Okay, so it is 7 o'clock. Our reservation for food is at 8. And by the time we get to... okay, we can go Living with the Land, then through Caballeros, and then right across the street from Three Caballeros is the Hacienda. Well, let's walk over and find out. I am very glad that RG mentioned the time. I didn't even think about the time for like the last 30 minutes. Why are you on the wrong side of me again? Your Miller Lite, you said? Brittany is a smuggler.
I am thirsty. So where should I go to my drink?
Well, I mean, there was a bathroom right back there. There's a little... huh?
I should go to that. Should I go here?
Well, I mean, the next one you're going to walk by is in England. You want to wait till Jolly Old?
That's fine.
All right. Excuse me. Of course, you have to have a drink before we get to the land.
Yeah.
You guys coming?
I just wonder what I accidentally threw away the cup. I was going to put it in the cup.
Wait, they're saying yay, Team Donald. Oh, because Caballeros is the last thing we're doing. All right.
18?
Huh?
It's 18.
18?
You said 18
I
dollars.
said, hey, Team Donald.
Oh.
Hey, hey, yo.
You said 18.
Hey.
Like the number. Do they sell these just like the can I just like
I haven't seen one just like open.
I don't know what to do.
Well, just duck in right here. People have cans of beer. You'll never know.
I'm gonna put it in here.
Huh? There's water.
There's water in there.
You want me to drink all of it? Take the lid off and I'll chug it. Huh? Cold?
You need it anyways, right?
I did need it anyways. I'm dehydrated.
Jamie, are you working the roller somewhere? Know what you're doing? With my head here.
Guys, we are trained professionals. I do not recommend trying this at home.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Oh, this is good.
Oh, I like it.
My wife is such a troublemaker.
My dad taught me that.
Let's wipe your nose first. They say it was.
Jeez.
I can't take her anywhere.
Wait. Put this in here. They don't have enough hands. Jeez.
Sorry, guys. I know you're excited to keep moving, but unfortunately, it's the worst tasting beer on the planet. But it is water. Guys, don't forget, at 8:45 we're going to be doing our members live stream during the fireworks. So if you're a member, we're going to be doing the fireworks. You guys can come hang out with us. We're going to be at La Hacienda in jail. So we're going to have to drag our feet during dinner because our...
If we check in exactly at 8, it takes a couple minutes for them to call you.
Right.
So that'll be that.
I think it'll be all right. Guys, and we are going to re-upload the entire live stream, even the one that we had to stop earlier. The 15 minutes of failure live stream. I hope, unless of course if it's clicky, I'm not gonna add that to this live stream. But I'm gonna add the live stream from Wilderness Lodge, because Wilderness Lodge is really nice.
Those rooms that are refurbished.
Yeah.
Boulder Ridge.
Boulder Ridge is the real deal. I don't know if I would buy the DVC there, because what is this that's digging into my side? Can you?
Oh, it's
That has been hurting me all day.
take the tag off your shirt.
How did I not take the tag off my shirt? I've been walking around. You're supposed to, Brittany, you have one job. To make me 50% better
You
looking.
took the white part off. You just didn't take the plastic part off.
But no, anyway, so we're DVC members, and we own at 3 resorts. And Brittany asked the question, like, would you buy at Boulder Ridge or Copper Creek? They're both gorgeous, but I don't know if they are summertime resorts. And my favorite time to go to the resorts is summertime. Like, I only want to use all my points for the pool. Oh, it is LP's daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. I hope you all are out celebrating and having a very good time.
Oh, the restrooms are unavailable. I'm glad that I went in France. Or where did I go?
You didn't?
I forgot I went. Damn!
You literally just said, I'm glad I went in
I
France.
did. I thought I went. Jeez.
Huh? You apparently have drank enough to know if you went to the bathroom or not.
Look at that.
Oh, The what? Well, it says restrooms. I mean, I can read it. It says restrooms.
Can't go in there whether or not we have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We've never been back.
We've never been back here.
I thought this was a paid event only.
It might be, but Brittany, I'm gonna make them throw us out.
I'm gonna use the. I gotta go to the bathroom.
She is very welcome. This is interesting. I've only seen this from like above the facade outside.
What's happening?
Oh, here's what you're missing. Go to the bathroom, Brittany. All right, so I can't take the camera into the bathroom because that'd be weird. So let's just go back around this little corner here. It's like a maze. Oh, there's a person. I just ducked my head. She saw me. I'm so curious what that is back there. And the cast member standing like right behind me now. All right, guys, we're still just waiting on Brittany to use the restroom, so let's step back out here. This is very cool. This place in I think SeaWorld. Is it SeaWorld? That has like a whole section that's always blocked off. It drives me crazy because I just want to go back there all the time. You know, RG, I wouldn't doubt it. It's funny, I don't know if you guys can hear the people that are walking by that are going back there. They're all going, I've never been back here before. I don't know what this is. I've never been back here before. Hey, good afternoon, WDW Stream Finder. How are you doing today? We're still just waiting on Brittany.
That's about you knowing everything. You being informed on
I hope she didn't think that I walked into the bathroom with the camera, because that'd be weird. Let's go back in and find out.
I was gonna say, it definitely, like, look at that.
Oh,
That's an acre. Oh, wow. That's an acre.
Is she out here yet? No. There she is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use the restroom real fast.
there's like 30 toilets in there.
Is there what?
There's a lot. Never been back here. Is that just the facade, or is that what this is?
Should I go back to the walkway? Do you think you can find me? Oh, I have both phones. Sorry guys, we're gonna go back because he'll lose me forever.
Agonizing.
I'm gonna sit here for a second. It's very peaceful back here. I've only ever seen this place open like when there's like an after hours event. And it's like right before the after hours event when they had the doors open. I'd like to know what it looks like inside right there.
Dude, that is more capacity than all of Busch Gardens combined.
I know. It's like 30 bathrooms. It's huge.
It is so big. I'm just jealous that, like, literally they could make the bathroom situation at Disney exponentially better.
And when I walked in, there were 3 people that worked there, and then past those guys, there were a row, left and right, a long row of toilets, and then it looked like there was another bathroom with more rows of toilets beyond that.
Beyond it.
Is that what it looked like there?
Uh-huh. It reminded me, have you ever seen the meme of the guy standing at the urinal? Like a guy walks into the bathroom and he walks all the way down, like all the urinals are empty except for one. Or except for the one that the guy's standing at, and he stops and he uses the urinal and he looks at it and he says, I'd like to talk to you about your car warranty. That almost happened to me just now. That's why I mentioned it. Because I was smart. I went in between the 2 urinals that were out of order. So I used the middle one. And of all the ones that somebody could use, somebody went to the one on the other side of the out of order one. But dude, there's like 30 of them, and I walked almost the whole way down by myself.
People like people.
It's just weird.
Can you go that way? No.
Oh, what are they doing to Canada? No, we have an appointment with Living with the Land, and then 3 Caballeros. Because our folks from across the pond are ready for bed, and they're trying to do Disney then sleep, or Donald then sleep.
Let's go.
Well, no, we're not going to walk any faster. I went to the bathroom, not to the Fountain of Youth. Blame Canada, blame Canada. They're not even a real country anyway.
There's the guy with the mohawk again.
It's a big
It's
mohawk.
a really tall mohawk.
Oh, that's
An event.
You think he has to lay down in the bench?
Huh?
And then somebody sprays like Aquanet?
Yeah, that's how I used to do mine.
I ended up getting so drunk.
Is it me, or are there a lot more walls up for construction and stuff today than the last time we were here?
I should have brought the hair.
Maybe this,
Like, that was a terrible idea. That place was
Maybe.
they're gonna
It looks like Canada.
You don't want to do it during Food and Wine.
No.
That's the most popular one.
You want everything to be done by Food and Wine.
I don't like that. That guy.
Sorry, dude.
Who is that? I want to say it's the flea.
No. He's a lightning bug.
Yeah, what's the
Okay, I don't know.
And
Oh my.
it likes
Okay. I thought it was the flea from A Bug's Life.
No, I forget the guy's name. His girlfriend's name is not Marjorie.
Help her out, guys.
In The Princess and the Frog, the Firefly's girlfriend in the sky's name is I swear it's just a man.
Natasha? Natalie? So like real end names that I know. Huh?
Because he called her Mike something.
Flick?
No, what? No.
That's what WDW Streamfinder said.
No,
It wasn't Flick.
That's an E's and aunt.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking. No, WW's talking about what I was talking about, the flea.
No, he's a lightning bug, and he's Cajun.
I know who you're talking about, but
And his girlfriend's in the sky. Her name's Evangeline. Her name is Evangeline.
To go back around.
what was his name again?
I don't remember.
What was his name? Ma Bell? I don't know. I've only seen Princess and the Frog one time. And that was that one time with you.
Oh, I have to watch it again.
Uh-huh.
I like that movie.
You know? You say that every time that movie comes up.
I can't remember that guy's name. It's Cadian. Sure.
Fellow Epcodians.
What do they call themselves?
Raymond?
Epcoterians.
No. Is it Raymond? You're bugged from...
Ray? Maybe. Oh, maybe.
Raymond was the dude. Ma Bell Evangeline is the girl.
Yes. So Raymond is the firefly?
Yes. And Ma Bell Evangelina is the girl. Evangeline is the girl.
Evangeline is the one in the sky, right?
Yeah.
And Ma Belle is the older lady. Older cake lady.
You're asking me. I have no idea.
Yeah. We have to watch the movie.
I think the main character's name is like Tiana or something.
Yes, her name's Tiana.
Yeah. I mean, you're pushed. That's the limit of what I know about that movie.
I thought we saw it more than once.
No. Just one time. One time I've only seen that movie. Oh, excuse me. She's going after the duck. There he goes. You going our way, buddy? Ooh, that's not bad.
So when we get home, we're gonna watch The Princess and the Frog.
That'll probably won't be this weekend
Why not?
because we're going to my parents' house on Saturday.
You can watch on Friday.
We're going to be here all day Friday.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Not all day.
Well, most of the day Friday. We're going to be pulling. And you said something about going to Magic Kingdom. And you said something about pulling some more.
We'll see. We'll see what I feel like tomorrow.
Simon says, all right, enough of that. Now back to the 90s wrestlers. A topic we can all name.
Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the
Oh.
Ultimate Warrior, and Undertaker, and
My favorite guy was Ricky the Steamboat Dragon. Yeah.
what about the ladies' man?
And Hacksaw and Dugan. And the twins. What were the twins' names? Not the Hart brothers, but they're two fat guys.
You're on their own there.
I don't remember what their name was. They did this thing where they came out like this and they licked each other's head.
This guy's
He'd grab him and he'd lick his head.
I don't know.
Simon, this is up to you.
Ric Flair.
Yes. Woo!
Yeah.
WDW. We've been calling the caramel cooch the caramel clutch all day in honor of. That way, no one's down.
in honor of the Iron Sheik. No, was it the Mosh Brothers?
I don't know them.
Was it the Mosh Brothers?
I'd have to Google them.
That doesn't sound right to me. I wasn't actually a wrestling fan, but my Aunt Liz, who my parents used to drop me off at my Aunt Liz's house. Yeah. But she was a wrestling maniac. I am not running anywhere, even though it's a 5-minute wait. We're almost there. I feel like there's. Oh, that's the one we were supposed to take. But no one was taking it, so I thought it was down. That's silly. The Bushwhackers, yes.
Oh, they have a drink named after them, right?
How many?
Just two.
Living with the land. As you board the boat,
Is that what the drink is named after?
I hope
Please tell
so.
me it is.
for your safety, remain seated with your hands
Road Warriors, yeah, I remember that.
inside the boat at all times. Parents, please supervise your children and refrain from flash photography or using video lights until we reach the
Thank God I
greenhouse.
get to sit out
Thank
there.
you. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy living with the land.
Por su seguridad, permanezca sentado con sus manos y brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco y cuida a los pequeñitos. A manera de recordatorio, no tomar fotos con flash y luz de video antes
So
de
it
llegar a
kind of sounds
llegar.
like Simon goes around to various live streams and redirects the topic to wrestling. He is a bad influence.
I guess he found the right one.
That's just
Welcome to a
the
voyage
context
of
clues that I'm
discovery and
getting.
awareness of the richness, the diversity, the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
We can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on salt water. In Japan, we're learning that by mixing leaves and other living materials into our soil, we can make farmland more fertile without the need for chemicals. Here at EPCOT, we're learning to reduce the need for chemical pesticides by breeding and using natural predators, like ladybugs and wasps, to control pests. In the
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future.
Breadfruit would be cool too.
These are pretty.
The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking.
Succulents.
One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Looking forward to one of our bananas look like that. I really. Our bananas have a long way to go to get to that point.
They're never going to be in the moon. If you few M&Ms like that.
We got so many fruit trees in our yard.
Farming. You probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world.
Those are winter melons, they're huge.
These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses and restaurants here at the land every year.
So, what the hell is a microgreen?
It's things like sprouts.
Spuds?
Sprouts.
Oh.
The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, EPCOT scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants. These greenhouses
So we're gonna have to hightail to Mexico to get our 3 caballeros. We have 25 minutes to our reservation.
Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their
I don't know if I
part to
can
improve
run.
the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon.
I can try.
Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you enjoyed this unique journey through our living. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the Behind the Seeds walking tour. It's a chance for the whole family to get up close and personal with the plants and growing techniques in our laboratory. Please keep your hands and feet inside the boat and remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop.
I'm telling you, I'm ready to walk at an above average pace.
Please gather all your personal belongings. Lower your head and watch your step as you exit.
Would you please go follow Daddy? Because I'm doing
I just beat Brittany upstairs. You're very welcome. Now we're gonna try to do 3 caballeros.
Yeah, it's working.
I didn't run, I just walked up the stairs. I had to get a little bit of head start on you. I was thinking, KJ and Simon have to know each other from somewhere else. Because I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. You'll have to go through the chat. Oh, hey, Patty.
Hey, Patty. We're running to Three Caballeros.
Yeah. We have a dinner reservation in 19 minutes. Three Caballeros is a 15-minute wait, and we're an 8-minute walk away.
We got it. Put my sunglasses
Go
up.
left or right?
Oh, hey, put mine in there too. If they'll fit.
We need to take this out and break it.
Okay.
You got rid of me.
All right. We are on a mission, Patty. I lost Brittany, I think. Oh, found Brittany.
Here, I'm drinking water. I had to put your sunglasses
So-
in my backpack.
I wish it felt like this all day today, because this feels amazing. It was so brutally hot just an hour ago. No, thank you. All right, so Simon and KJ have met on a few occasions, both in Florida and in the UK. And he sent her the link. I actually recognize KJ. I think you've been on here before. A long time ago, like a year ago.
I like that one.
I could be wrong though.
No, like that. Right?
It is kind of cool when people that like have only chatted on like live streams like actually get to meet each other.
It was problems with the woman first.
Which way?
Left.
Not after she smashed her face.
I see our destination. She gets around. Ouch! That is something I would say. And it's funny. But ouch. In the nicest possible way.
That's how low it is.
It is pretty low. Are we gonna have this conversation again?
No. I don't think you looked at it before, so I'm just gonna make sure you look at it. I'm breathless.
It's nice to know that I can still make you breathless. I almost said breakfast, but yeah, that didn't happen.
I mean, you could.
I could.
If you wanted to.
You don't like breakfast, so
I like bacon.
no, you do not.
I like crispy bacon.
You like charcoal bacon.
Yes.
So you go with your other caveman and right on cave walls with it.
Yes.
So KJ is at one end of England, and Simon is on the exact opposite side of England.
Pretty cool.
Oh.
Jump off the boat.
Oh, okay. So Patty knows KJ too.
Was it Simon that was talking to us about England?
Yes.
I'm gonna go next year.
You're in, where,
I'm
who are you
saying
going
it out
with?
loud. Huh?
Who are you going with?
You.
Me. I thought we were going to Greece next year.
What? No, we've been to Greece already.
I know.
No, seriously, it's not enjoyable if you don't like it. So
I haven't tried it.
one Splenda.
We're here somewhere you haven't gone.
Why would I want to do that? Jolly old?
Yep. They've got the castles, they've got the cities, they've got the rain, they've got the beaches. There's some beaches,
They're like the coldest places on the planet.
but they're pretty.
Are they?
I've seen some pictures.
It's like every day I've been here, they've got
Like you gotta go to like the den of somewhere.
We're out on the streets. It's pretty hot there right now.
See? To go around now. Next year.
I thought you wanted to go to Japan
I do.
or Paris
I do.
or Hong Kong Disney
I do.
or Shanghai Disney or Disney Sea
All of the above. But we have people
or
in
Hawaii. Guys, I think we're gonna be able to do it. So I think we're gonna be able to do it. Now, hopefully, the stream doesn't die inside the temple. I agree. I want to travel all those places too. I just really like to give my wife a hard time. She told me one time, way back when we were dating, that she knew if I wasn't giving her a hard time, that it means I didn't love her. So she said to make sure I give her a hard time at every chance I get.
Okay, who said that?
You.
This is about a shot glass, and that's what Mickey Mouse talks to me in that shot. Yes. Good job. Good job. I would not have guessed it.
There's no way this is going to be a 15-minute wait. It's going to be a walk-on. Holy crap. There's a lot of people leaving. Kind of cool. Hey, pretty. Yeah, the truck stick people to catch up to you.
Go fast.
Well, this is the slow part. Yeah, so we are definitely not getting any coverage in here. None. No, it's okay. It'll probably kick up in just a minute. It just has to catch the new router. I do like the AC in here, it's very nice. Thank you. Go on. Hopefully we pick back up on the Wi-Fi.
Inside the bowl. And if you have two, here's how it's done.
That one looks odd.
It does look odd. Yeah.
For your safety, please see your hands, arms, feet and legs inside the boat. And if you have children with you, please watch
There we go. I kind of wanted to pretend to fall into the water and get cool. I think I'd see through that.
Row number 4, the baby has to be on your lap, ma'am. Thank you.
Bienvenidos. For your safety, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet
We almost flipped upside down just now.
And if you have children,
I should have put my big butt up front.
gracias.
Bienvenidos. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado.
I enjoyed that place quite a bit, actually. All right, we've got 8 minutes until our reservation. No, I'm saying we nailed it. Don't be that guy. Remember that guy. Please turn the flash on the phone, please.
This way!
Slow, my game is so slow. My gimble's too slow to swing side to side.
Donald! Where could Donald be? Gracias! Excuse me, who's in the back? Excuse me, we are looking for a dog. Never mind. Excuse me, to play as we go. We sing and we samba, we shout. What means I caramba? Who is? I don't know. We please caballeros, drinking caballeros, they sing and birds are we come the amigos, no matter where he goes, the 1, 2, and 3 goes. We're always together.
I need to do another 363 of this. Been in the front, I could have put my selfie stick way out there.
Thanks for coming to the show.
I still want to go to Cabo.
See you again. Remember to stay seated until the boat reaches the dock. Then gather your belongings and exit to the right. Remember to stay seated till the boat reaches the dock. Then gather your belongings and exit to the right. Oh, have a nice day.
Oh, thank you.
Did you like it?
Oh, thank you, my dear. Well, let's set my watch now. So Simon says that's the best boat ride in EPCOT.
Well, we'll go to North.
Even more than Frozen? Frozen is kind of bumpy. I'm going, sweetheart. KJ, that's funny. I didn't know for the longest time that you could take the boat across the World Showcase, and then we did that a couple months ago. We were coming for 10 years and didn't know you could. I didn't know you could do that. All right, here we are, right on time. Sorry. Yeah, our connection to the Wi-Fi here is spotty at best. They have a tomahawk steak. I'm not saying I'm gonna get it, I'm just saying they have it. They also have a dark chocolate taco. Just saying. What is? Holy.
It's fruit in it.
Has fruit in it? Thank you for believing in us, Patty. Brittany dragged me across the finish line.
I almost ran into some people.
Okay, you're all set. We can go inside and we'll
Okay.
Zoom back out.
Sorry, what's your last name?
Criticos for the seat.
Can you type it, your last name? Yep. All right. Okay. Any allergy?
No.
Can you give me a phone number, please? Thank you. Okay, you're all set. You can go inside and I will call you by your last name, guys.
Thank you. Simon, you have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Did you see how much the tomahawk steak is?
No.
120.
120. I'm gonna step in and just do this real fast. Yeah, our Wi-Fi is giving out completely on us. Can you see if this frozen? Oh man, that's bad.
No les ponen después.
You are wild. Yeah, they're warping. Yeah, they're like ghosts zipping from room to room. Guys, sorry. We're trying to get the Wi-Fi back, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I think it's back. So once you come through, you're playing parking. Oh yeah, I know. Oh man. It is 106 in UK right now. KJ, if you nod off or go to bed, it was a pleasure talking to you tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll be back next week. I'm not sure where yet.
Hey guys, sorry. Let me open this one. Sorry.
We made a mess. Looks like it's working now. I had to get out and connect to the Wi-Fi. Hey, the good news is we won't get out of here before the fireworks.
Sorry again, sir.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, it looks like we're one of the main rooms. Here. All right.
And your server for today is going to be one single.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
I think we got an okay table.
We got a really good table. We're gonna be able to see all the fireworks right from here,
We shall see.
unless they kick us out. So we'll probably stream from in here for another 5 minutes, and then we'll start the member stream at 8:45.
You want to get the queso fundido.
I do want to get the queso fundido.
Okay. And then I don't remember what they have a La Hacienda smoked old fashioned, but it's $28. So I bet you they do that.
I'm sure they do. Might be worth getting just for that.
Hibiscus salt rim, fresh avocado, flat. Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm plugging in my phone. It's almost dead. All right, so I'm thinking.
I forgot what I got. Let's
I might get the chili Rolano.
So they've got something here, down here. It serves two,
Okay.
and it's the grilled shrimp, fish, scallops served with vegetables, esquites, and corn tortillas.
Okay.
Would you want to eat that?
I like all that stuff. Except for I don't really like corn tortillas, but I'm okay with that.
I don't care. I was just wondering because that's the only one that I see that's for two. I don't think we've ever had anything for two before.
I don't think we ever have either. Well, I mean, if we get, we're getting the queso fundido. And then if you want to get, I mean, that's expensive. $72 is pretty expensive.
Yeah, but if you have it, these foods are $30-something. So it's almost as much as if you get 2 separate entrees.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Right? I mean, all of these are at least $30.
True. Except for, I mean, I was gonna get the chili Rolano, but that's a whole $2 less than $30. Ooh, did you catch it? Man, quick hands.
It's up to you.
No, I've already made the decision to say yes. You keep talking about it, like I said no.
Okay. So we're gonna get the 4-2.
I'm good with that.
And then the queso panito.
I'm good with that. Do you want a drink? Yeah. I'm kind of curious about the El Diablo margarita. Just because they spelled illegal wrong.
Where?
The very first one. I'm also curious about the blood orange margarita. It sounds good. Alright guys, we are going to go ahead and end the stream in about a minute. Guys, we're going to be back on for the member stream during fireworks in a half hour. That'll give me enough time to charge the phone and get back on the internet, do all the things I need to do. So we will see you all in about a half hour. And guys, we are going to have Brittany do video of her food, like always, and I'll add it into the replay.
If you didn't get the 1 for 2, what would you get?
The chili Rolano. I actually think that's what I got last time we were here. Actually, I think the last time we were here, I got the Lambre de Res.
I kind of want to try the bottom one.
Okay, whatever you want, you tell me.
What are we getting?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know.
Hacienda, how are we doing tonight?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. My name is Marcelo. I'm going to be helping you out tonight. You guys want to start with some chips and salsa and guacamole for your table?
Can we get the queso panito?
Queso fundido, okay? Anything to drink besides water?
Not me.
Just a Coke.
Coke, okay. You guys know what you're having for dinner?
I think I do.
Well, I don't know. She hasn't told me what she's getting yet, so.
So if you get, I'm thinking about maybe getting the 1 for 2.
Okay? That's an excellent choice. It's not food for both of you. You get fish, shrimp, and scallops, you get vegetables, you get esquites, and then you get tortillas on the side, so you can make your own tacos. So it's an excellent dish.
Want it?
Sure, if that's what you want.
Good luck.
We'll get
it. And thank you so much.
I'm sure I'll like it. Alright, let me go ahead and turn